Hello, my esteemed viewers, followers, and subscribers. Welcome yet again to my YouTube channel. And like I did promise you previously, my presentation is on K.C.P.E examination and with full focus on how to answer K.C.P.E questions correctly without making mistakes. My presentation is going to focus much on the following areas. Number one, reading and understanding the instructions given. Number two, identifying the keywords or what I would call the lead words in each and every question. And number three is on analysis of the question. How do you carry out analysis of the question that is provided? Number four is distinguishing between correct answer and the right answer, and which one should you actually go for. And number five, we are going to look at how to pick the correct answer after carrying out a conclusive analysis. And then number six is going to be on transferring your answer to the optical mark reader or the answer sheets. And how about conclusion? What do you do after you are done with all that? Now, that and much more is what I have prepared you in this particular presentation. And like you all know, K.C.P.E is now headed to the home stretch, and this is the time when fear, anxiety, and confusion hit fever pitch, and this is the time when all candidates literally need the support of the teachers and the parents more than ever before. Come with me as I take you through very important fundamentals on how to answer the K.C.P.E questions correctly. Now, I would wish to welcome you to like this presentation, share this presentation, and subscribe for more so that we can be able to build this together. Now, very fast, number one, what should you do during the time you have the K.C.P.E examination paper with you? First, I talked about reading the instructions. Now take your time to read the instructions carefully. There's no instruction that is given in vain. Read the instruction carefully and understand each and every word and each and every punctuation mark. They play a critical role. Do not ignore anything. And talking about reading instruction, read these instructions more than once, and especially for better understanding. If you read it once and you can understand the better, read it again and again until that particular time when you understand what you have been asked to do. Number two, identifying the keywords. How do you identify the keywords in the sentence? There are very many keywords that you can be given. Some of these keywords are normally italicized. Some of these keywords are normally written in bold. Some of these keywords are in caps. So you can be able to tell the lead keyword in that particular sentence. Now, when they are given to you like that, there are a number of keywords, of course, that you should be able to remind yourself about, particularly like words like opposite, same as, least, true, incorrect, correct, false, except, likely, unlikely, very many of them. You can identify them by looking at which words have been highlighted. Then you put a lot of emphasis on the same. And where necessary, you can even also go ahead to underline the keywords in each and every sentence to remind you that this is what you are dealing with. Then number three is analysis of the question. Analysis involves you trying to understand the examiner's language. What is it that the examiner would want you to understand in this particular question? Is this question talking about knowledge? Does it require your skills? Does it require application? Is it something that looks for attitude in it? So that is part of your analysis, and you can carry out analysis using your pen or pencil by trying to reason out in the question that you've been provided with, even the choices that you're provided with, part of your analysis. Try to reason out by writing some information there about what you know concerning each and every choice that you have been given. Then number 4, the most critical one. This is the fundamental one that really stands between you and your choice of national school. That is picking the correct answer. Once you have identified the keyword, you've analyzed the question, then you come to the stage of picking the correct answer. And this is now the stage where you have to identify or to distinguish between the right answer and the correct answer. Actually, when you are through with your analysis, pick the correct answer. The right answer is what seems to be the answer by looking at it openly, right? It is what everybody else would think to be the correct answer. But essentially, the correct answer is what you are looking for. That's why most of the questions, of course, would ask you which one of the following is correct according to, So it is the correct answer that you are looking for, not the right answer, which I would also call the distractor, the potential distractor in that particular sentence. Now, how do you go about this? There are certain kind of answers that you can pick after going through elimination method. So while you're carrying out elimination, start with what obviously cannot be the correct answer. Then you will obviously remain with two distinct answers. One of them correct, another one right. Then kindly go through your knowledge and understanding of the question and then pick the correct answer. Now, after picking the correct answer, then you come to the stage of now transferring your answer to the optical mark reader, the OMR, optical mark reader form, which is also called the answer sheet. Now, I would suggest and propose to you that transfer your correct answer immediately after you have identified that particular answer. Do not wait. Although some people normally tend to answer all the questions, then after that they start transferring them much later. Maybe it is 5 minutes later, then you want to start transferring. You can make mistakes. My piece of advice is that identify the correct answer, and once you are through with that, transfer it directly to the answer sheet. That is going to even make your make your time management even much easier. Should you wait until it is 10 minutes to 5 minutes to, you can even make mistake and skip a number, and then you end up messing the all of your answer sheet. And when your results come, you really wonder, why did I score a D? Why did I score a C minus? And yet I answered the questions correctly, not knowing that during the transfer you made only one mistake that cost you all the marks that you really wanted to score. So transfer directly. And even by the time you have identified that correct answer, try to circle that correct answer. If it is C, circle it or just cross it. Or you can also even write it there. Write it there that my correct answer for this number is B. So that by the time you'll be confirming, it will be much easier for you to do that. Now, I want to go to another very fundamental one, which is, of course, I've talked about transferring. But on conclusion, what do you normally do after you have transferred your correct answer? Now, create time to counter check. Go to number 1, I picked choice A. Did I transfer A? Go to number 2, I picked choice D. Did I transfer D? Number after number. You should be able to do that for all the numbers. I can show you that if you fail to counter check, you may not know what mistake that you may have made during the transfer of the information. And note that the moment you are you have picked the correct answer, do not be quick to change your mind, because maybe you are not very sure. Should you have a change of mind, maybe from C to choice A, be careful, because normally the first choice that you pick is the correct one. However, you can make mistakes and you realize much later. If you have to make corrections, take eraser and do erasing very, very neatly without leaving any marks. That optical mark reader is very sensitive to that, very sensitive to any marks. So erase well and ensure that you have only one answer. There can be no two answers for each and every question. Now, once you've done that, let me take you a bit to the don'ts during examination. This is number one, post-examination analysis. Avoid analysis of an examination that has already been done. This is a situation where you are done with mathematics and later on you go into groups of twos, threes and all that, and you're like, okay, what was the answer for question number 2? What was the answer for question number 3? This question I was talking about this and that. What was the correct answer? And you realize that somebody is saying, oh no, it wasn't that answer. The correct answer was this. I even can show you from my book, such kind of things. You should avoid post-examination analysis. They can cause unnecessary tension, unnecessary fear, unnecessary worries, and they can mess your day and they can mess the remaining exams that you're about to do. Avoid completely discussing a paper that you have done. And lastly is on the neck verdict. Accept the neck verdict like it is. Accept your marks, appreciate your marks, soldier on. Whether you've done better or not so good, accept your result and pick up and move on. Do not be discouraged with your results. Take those results and appreciate them. And another thing that I would really want to mention to you, examination is not a one-time event. The examination, the moment you enter into a school, you begin preparing yourself for the national examination, and therefore I should remind you that you should consider yourself ready for a national examination, so that you don't go to an examination room when you are feeling that you are not adequately prepared. If you do all that, then you should be able to enjoy the fruits of your hard work. Otherwise, I must also remind you that during the time you're sitting examination, avoid distractions in the examination room, like yawning loudly, movements and all manner of things, doing your hair and also looking sideways and all that. Avoid all that. Avoid completely anything that may lead you to examination malpractice, because your results can be cancelled due to such kind of irregularities, and then you end up losing your results. Examination irregularities have landed people in jail. Do not be tempted to cheat in examination at all costs, because the cost is so dearly. It is a fine of 10 million shillings or a jail term of 2 years, or both. Would you want to serve that? Of course not. So thank you very much for watching this video. Share this video to reach out to many candidates who are going to sit K.C.P.E examination. Like this video and subscribe to my channel for more enlightenment concerning K.C.P.E examination. Let's meet again and let's do it right here on this channel. Subscribe, please. This is my last presentation for this particular period of examination. Until we meet again thereafter, thank you for watching.